Good afternoon, this is Mr. Ceric, and in this video examples I will show you some basic factoring techniques that you must know before doing more complicated problems. One of the basic factoring formulas is so-called difference of squares. Without going into too much detail, if we take polynomial a plus b and multiply by a minus b, after expanding and after cancelling, we're going to get a squared minus b squared. This formula is very useful for a problem like you see below. So in this problem we have 4a squared minus 25b squared. In order to factor this problem, all we have to do is compare our result with a squared minus b squared and see if we can write it as two squares. So in my mind I think, how do I get 4? What number do I square to get 4? Well, that's 2. What do I square to get a squared? Well, that's a. So I can write this as 2a squared minus, now which number do I need to square to get 25? That could be 5. And then we have b squared. So what I did is I took the black letters 4a squared minus 25b squared and I rewrote it in red as 2a squared minus 5b squared. Now if I look at this formula, I see that that equals to a plus b times a minus b. In my case, a is this here, 2a. That's my a. And b is 5b. So all I need to do is follow the formula where it says a plus b. I'm going to write 2a plus 5b. And where it says a minus b, I will write 2a minus 5b. That's it. That's how you factor difference of squares. In another example, there should be letter B right here. Okay. So we talked briefly about special formulas for factoring. So one of these formulas was when you have a plus b and you raise that to the second power, after expanding you should get something like a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So if we apply this formula to the pattern that we see here, I'm wondering, okay, so 4a squared should be a squared. So that's a perfect square, and this here is a perfect square. So I'm wondering, what is my a and what is my b? Well, in order to get a squared as 4a squared, that's same as 2a squared. And in order to get 25b squared, that's same like 5b squared. So this is my a, this is my b. So I can go ahead and say that this expression here, before we expanded that expression, it used to be 2a plus 5b all to the power of 2. And if you don't believe this, well, you can try. You can try and you can expand this, and you can say that's 2a plus 5b times 2a plus 5b. So we're going to get 4a squared plus 10b plus 10ab, sorry, plus another 10ab plus 25b squared. And when you combine like terms, you're going to have 4a squared plus 10 plus 10 is 20, 20ab, plus 25b squared, which is exactly what we started with.